Foundations of Educational Technology class. This is Kylie Martin, and today I'm going to be showing you how to use the educational tool known as Storybird. Storybird is a digital storytelling platform which uses computer-based tools to tell stories. This kind of platform is known as computer-based narratives, digital essays, electronic memoirs, and interactive storytelling. The purpose of this tool is to tell a story with the use of various multimedia such as graphics, audio, video, and web publishing. The reason this platform was designed is to give kids a new and creative way of telling stories and sharing ideas. Since the creation of this tool, it has taken off and become very popular in businesses, school settings, and community centers. Many school districts have adopted the use of digital storytelling and have implemented it into content areas and grade levels. In order to start our tutorial, first we need to actually log on to the website so we can create our picture book, our chapter book, or our poem or poetry book. First we need to log on to www.storybird.com. Now that we've entered that website, this is the main homepage that you are going to see popping up. I'm going to just scroll down a little bit so you can see what it looks like. The first thing that we need to do is we need to sign up for our free account. So we're going to go over to the right hand side of the screen and we're going to look for the blue button that says sign up for free. Once we have located that button, we are going to click it. As you can see on this page, there's a couple different options and things that we can register as. We can register as a regular user, we can register as an educator or a student. The best part about this educational tool is just about anybody can use it. An educator can use it and they can have their classroom use it, or just an individual that wants to tell their story using a digital storytelling tool. So it's very unique, it's very diverse, and it lets just about anybody use it if they want to. We are going to register as a regular user. The reason I'm not registering as a student is because if I'm registering as a student, it means that it's somehow tied to a class. So the educator has the ability to put their class code in there and they can have all of their students register an account and they'll be located in that teacher's class. But today that's not what we're doing and that's not what we're a part of. So we are going to click on regular user. We are going to choose our age, which would be an adult because I'm older than 18. You also have the ability, if you already have an account, to sign in. And we're going to choose our username. We're going to choose the email address that we would like our account to be associated with. And then lastly, we are going to choose our password. Once we have indicated what our age is, we have chosen our username and we have chosen the email that we would like this educational tool to be tied to be linked to, and we have created and chosen our password, we are going to click create account, this blue button right here. When we click create account, we're basically agreeing to the terms and services. So it's important that you read through those guidelines and make sure that you agree with those terms. So I'm clicking create account. Once that account has been created, it's important to note that it's going to send you an email to the email that you have chosen that you would like this tool to be tied to. It's going to send you an email and you're going to open that email and it's going to want you to verify the account. It just wants to make sure that you actually registered for this website. So you would go in, you would click the link and it would verify the registration and the account. Then you would see this page which wants you to upload your avatar or picture. As you can see, you can choose your own avatar, your own picture. You can click choose file over here and it's going to bring you to your computer where you can choose an image. Or you have the option of just skipping this step. Now, as you can see, once we are past that step, it's going to bring you into your main dashboard. And this is where you can create everything that you want to create, such as your picture books, your long form books, which is your chapter books, or poetry. Once we have decided what we want to create, once we have our ideas flowing and we've brainstormed and we know exactly what we want to create, we're going to come over here and we're going to hit the create button. Now, once we've hit this create button, the first thing that's going to pop up is this artwork page. And we can also click this button that kind of tells us how it works, just so we can get a feel for how we're going to create our book. So basically it asks you to think about what you want to create. It wants you to get inspired. And then our first step would actually be deciding what kind of artwork we want to use. Do we want to choose a specific illustrator that's available on the website, or do we want to search through a portfolio of images, maybe using some keywords? Our next step would be to choose our format. So this digital storytelling tool is great because we can create picture books, which is going to incorporate more art and less text. This would be more for your lower level students, maybe your elementary school kids. It also allows us to create long form books, which are basically chapter books, where you're going to have less art and you're going to have more words. So maybe you're, this would be good for a middle schooler. And then we have the option of creating poetry, which would be, maybe one image and it would have select words on it. Once we've decided which platform and format is great for us, we are then going to click it and we're basically going to start creating and telling our story. Here we have the ability to drag and drop images onto the computer, onto the picture book as you're writing it. You can use insert button to illustrate long form chapters. You can refresh word sets and the art to create our visual poetry. Last, which is our last step, we're going to publish, share, and print if we want to. You can publish your work using Storybird's public library, or you have the option to keep it private. You can share it on social media. You have a link where you can embed it, or you can send it through email, or you can also have your book printed out and you can give it to people. So that's just a brief little tutorial. So now, as I said before, we're already inspired, we're ready, we have our ideas flowing, so we are going to choose our artwork. We can either look through all of these images that they have available, or we can come up here and we can look for something specific, like maybe education. And then you can see that we have different pictures for the specific words that we have typed in. So I'm going to just select an image at random. We are going to select this image because it kind of just looks like some people that are maybe in school. It says that it's a classroom screen, so we've selected it. And I've gone into it, I've viewed it, I've looked over here at the description, I've looked over here at the artist, the location, it tells me who created it, what the copyright is. So I'm looking at it, I'm checking it out, and I've decided that I like it. So I'm going to end up hitting this button that has a lightning bolt on it, this blue button that says use this art. I'm going to click it. So now that I've clicked this button, it's asking me, what am I creating? Am I going to create that long form chapter book? Am I going to create the picture book? Or am I going to create the poem? Well, I'm going to choose the picture book because my goal is more geared at elementary school students. So I'm going to click this picture book. As you can see, it's going to take me to this screen where I have my image that I've chosen. Now I can drag different art here if I choose to. You know, I can change it out. It gives me other options on both sides that's aligned to the first picture that I've chosen. It gives me different ideas. I can, you know, drag and drop and see what's out there, what different options I have, which is awesome. So then I'm going to add my words. So it's up to you if you want the whole page to be a picture or if you want to be able to add text and have a picture. So what you're going to do is when you drag and drop the picture, you can either make it expand across the entire page, which it will show you that it's covering the entire page, or you can have it expand across only half of the page. And when you do that, it will cut that picture depending on, you know, where you chose to select it, and then you can write on the other side of the screen. And that gives you the option to have text and also have a picture. It's completely up to you, and you can do that with all of the picture options that it gives you. Again, that lets you make sure that it's on the whole entire screen, as long as it's showing it's fully like darkened out, or it lets you choose if you want half a screen or maybe you just want a little piece of it. I mean, it's completely up to you how much of the picture you want on the screen. If you don't want any text, you can have the whole picture. You pick and choose as you want. Once you are done with this slide, you have the ability to create another one. So you're going to come down here to this plus sign and you're going to click add page, and it gives you a completely new page. Again, you can add in your pictures, you can add in your text, whatever you choose to do with it. If you would like to delete a page, you also have that option. So you just need to click on the page, and then you're going to click this minus sign, which is remove page, and it says, do you want to remove page? Cancel if you don't. If you do, click OK. It's completely up to you. Another thing that you will have to have done in order to save this book is create a cover page. It will not let you save this finished product without a cover page. So once you've clicked on that cover, it wants you to choose your cover style. So you have a couple different options down here: classic, landscape, journal, or iconic. So I'm going to click classic. It lets you customize it. So again, you can pick a different picture for it. Then down here you can add what your title of the book might be. This girl looks like she's going fishing. Down here you can say, you know, who is writing this book, who plans on publishing it. So it automatically puts in my username. I also have the option to change my color of this page, of this part of the page, which is kind of cool. So it's completely customizable. So once I'm done with that, I will click on this button right here where it looks like different pages and the arrow that is pointing left, and it will bring me back to the current page that I was working on. Once I'm done with my book and I've decided, you know, that I'm finished with it, I have a couple different options. I can save and exit this book, or I can save it as I go, and basically it allows you to just auto save it and you can continue to work on it. But since I'm done, I'm going to click save and exit. Okay, so it tells me that I'm not quite finished. So I need to decide, is it finished or is it not? I need to decide if I want it to be saved privately or if I want it to be saved publicly. If it's private, only I can see it. If it's publicly, it means that everybody on the website is able to view it. So I'm going to click publicly. So if I hit publicly, this is the options that it gives me. I can create a summary of my book. I can create tags, so if someone were trying to find it, it would pop up. I can tell my audience what the category, what it falls under. Is it adventure? Is it diaries? Is it dreams? Is it education? And then I can say who it's written for, age range wise, and I can click a challenge if I want to challenge somebody. Once I have created those things, I can submit for moderation. And then it tells me that, nice work. I have a couple different options because now I've saved it. There's a couple different things that I can do with it. I can decide that I want to have it printed as a hard cover, as a soft cover, or as a digital download. Another option that I have is I can choose that I'm going to share it on social media. So this shows me up here the way I can share it through email. This shows me the link that I can embed if I choose to do so. And that way I can share it on social media with all of my friends or maybe a different educator. Over here, it's going to show you the author of the book, which is me. It's going to show you the artist's pictures that you have used. It's going to show you when you published it, how many pages there are. People can comment on it if they choose to do so. But basically, you have published your book, you have created it, and you can go back and you can go and look at it again. Now let's say we want to go back and view our published product that we've already created. You can go to you and you can click your stuff, and it is going to show you right here your created submissions. And so, if you want to go back and look at it again, you have that option. This educational tool is fantastic because you can really use this tool in teaching. It's an exceptional language arts resource. This program, this Storybird program, uses illustrations to motivate students to write their own stories. This program allows students at the elementary level to write and produce picture books because those are shorter books. You have more pictures, less words. Students at the middle school level can use this program to write and create chapter books. That's where you're going to have more words and less pictures. Students at all levels can use this program to write and create poetry. This program was created with this idea in mind, that pictures are a powerful tool because it draws emotions out of people and it makes them think, feel, and express themselves. Pictures have the ability to engage students and jumpstart their brains into connecting text to ideas and thoughts. This program has been proven to be effective and useful in the classroom. Some schools have seen students jump 3 grade levels in literacy when integrating this program into their school year. This tool can enhance learning and education because it is a professional artwork that allows students to be creative and motivates them to write and share ideas. It really motivates their critical thinking. It gets them into those higher order thinking processes. This allows educators to really scaffold the learning process and differentiate their instruction. Students have the opportunity to build and create an entertaining classroom library with new information and ideas. It's fun because students can create projects together. We can incorporate cooperative learning. We can incorporate peer-to-peer learning. We can work on those communication skills because students can get up in front of the classroom and they can present their projects and their stories. And the great thing about Storybird is it aligns with Common Core, and it makes it extremely easy for educators to incorporate this digital storytelling tool into their classroom and into the learning process. So I hope that you have enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you understand how to use Storybird. I hope you understand the process behind Storybird and how to create your own picture book, your chapter book, or your poetry book, and how to sign up for an account. And as an educator, I hope you are able to implement this creation into your classroom. Thank you again for watching, and let me know if you have any questions.